through the list. If we have time, we will read those letters. Public participation, we'll ask Barb from the 30th Ward. Did you want to speak?
I just want to say that how wonderful Dr. Anna is to this school. Steinmetz just recently became a part of the 30th Board, and we've been working with her, and she's a blessing. We see what she does with the students' involvement, so we support you. Thank you, Dr. Anna.
We'll have Mr. John O.
May I read from here? Is that okay?
Yeah, absolutely. After you have a projected voice, everyone can hear you. Absolutely.
Really not like very loud. So I want to make sure that I'm not raising my voice.
Yeah, we'll hear you.
We hear you.
Good evening. My name is John O. I'm a math teacher at Steinmetz for over 25 years. My personal views about Steinmetz. Many people leave. Why? Adults and students are not happy. Some angry, upset, fearful, confused. Climate and culture here. There seems to be two distinct groups, haves and have-nots. Haves, no worries on reach evaluation. Have-nots, constantly worried about reach evaluation. I know what you're thinking. I must be part of the have-nots. I've gotten glowing reviews from Dr. Vilches and for 2 APs over the last few years. Fear. Adults here avoid going by certain rooms to avoid people. Adults here, when seeing certain people, look the other way. Why? Fear of being investigated. We're all here because we care about the kids. Just because you say it louder does not mean you care more. We all have families. We should all live up to a high moral standard. Do things that your kids will later be ashamed of. Since I still have time, I also want to say thanks to Steinmetz. My alphabet has gotten a lot better. EOCO, DCFS, OIG, CPS law. I hope you never have to learn what they mean, but unfortunately, the number of adults who experience these letters seems to be on the rise. Thank you, Ms. Szulkowski, Ms. Dunn, Mr. Caputi. Lastly, I apologize for reading and not making eye contact to make sure there are no misunderstandings that I spoke of before. And I want to show some Korean love if you watch Korean dramas. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Mr. O. Ms. Gina?
I'm going to give you a copy of all this as well. So anybody who want to go through it. My name is Gina Szulkowski, and I have had the privilege of teaching at Steinmetz, teaching ceramics at Steinmetz for 30 years. I'm going to be emotional a little bit, so I do apologize already. This program is something I founded, and it's the longest running ceramics program in all of CTS. And it is only one of 2 programs that are offered in non-magnet, non-arts focused schools. Ceramics has grown into a cherished elective with high demand. 4 full classes of students registered, and I still get emails every day asking students if they can take my class because they still don't know I have a program page. However, despite this demonstrated demand, our administration has decided to transfer me, a national board certified art teacher and an award-winning teacher for ceramics, to support diverse learners. Because according to the administration, there is a need. Well, unfortunately, this need for our diverse learners was exacerbated by the administrative choices over the summer when 5 highly experienced special education teachers, Mr. Caputi, Mr. Pickering, Ms. Woodward, Mr. Reddy, and Ms. Oliver, were reassigned to the regular level classes. I'm a teacher. I love teaching. I love my kids. I love all of them. My diverse learners, my ELL students, all of them. So I will do the best job that I can in the program that I have been given. But what I cannot take is the fact that my ceramic students have gone weeks without a teacher. And this is due specifically to Dr. Vilches, and I will go into that in a second. I have an ELL, or I should have an ELL certification. I do not, because for whatever reason, the administration from Steinmetz did not put in the paperwork to get my ELL certification. But just so you know, the timeline is this. If I had been given my ELL certification when I was supposed to, I would have been put into the ELL position, and I would still be teaching art as the ELL teacher. After that, Mr. Moriarty was cut. When I found out I was transferred, I immediately contacted Mr. Moriarty.
Ms. Szulkowski,
The
time.
LSC has an email from Dr. Dolchez telling
take it away from
him
other
not to take the job because it would not be a year-long strength class. It would go to theater, and then it would go to dance, even though there are only 18 certified dance teachers within the city of Chicago. She has had 2 teachers apply for this job and told that could start tomorrow, and has told both of them not to take the job.
Before you continue with the next one, to make sure I'm taking time, it's 2 minutes. So if you kind of get on to your 2 minutes, that'll be fine, all right?
And if they speak more than the 2 minutes, it's utilizing the 14 minutes. So if they want to finish speaking, that's their time. Elias Morales. Just make sure we're talking in the 14 minutes.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Elias. I graduated from Steinmetz in 2019. And I'm here today to talk about the importance of the ceramics classes that this school has to offer. I transferred here my junior year of high school, and as you can expect, high school students are really cliquey. I didn't really fit in. I didn't find my friend group until later on when I actually got lucky enough to be a part of the ceramics class. It's where I found my friend group. It was my safe space. When I was in high school, I am a transgender man. In high school, it was a nightmare. It was really difficult. I felt very uncomfortable for a lot of reasons. And one of the first people that I came up to was Miss S. And she was very supportive. She was very caring. She always used my pronouns. She always helped students to try to better understand me as well. And I want to say that I think that this program is incredibly important to the students here. Another thing is that this is a low-income community. To have something so nice like ceramics, it's something that you're really not going to find outside of a place like this. So for the people in my community, for the student body, I think this class is really important. For me personally, it was what got me through high school, and I just want to emphasize how important it is to the school.
Mr. Pantner?
Copies for the entire school council. My statement concerns fire safety. This past Halloween, I happened to be in the mods when the announcement came over the PA system that a fire alarm had gone off by accident and that no one should evacuate the building. This announcement was almost immediately followed by a rather panic-sounding announcement that everyone must evacuate the building. I stepped out into the courtyard between the mods and the main building and found myself in the midst of a group of nursing students that were based in the mods. Someone pointed out to me that our designated evacuation point was the locked gate in the fence that connects the two buildings and that blocked our access to the alley just west of Steinmetz. I and others began asking, who's got the key? The nursing student's instructor then introduced herself to me and then very confidently asserted, one of the assistant principals has been designated to bring us the key, since in an evacuation, we are not allowed to enter the main building. She then continued very firmly, so someone will be coming to bring us the key. No one ever came to bring the key to the nursing students. Not knowing what else to do, they all returned to their building in the mods. Thank you.
Ms. Schmidt? Ms. Schmidt?
Hi, y'all. I've taught at Steinmetz for 17 years. Prior to that, I taught students in 3 other schools. I'm an English teacher, and I'm also certified in special education and Spanish. But you don't want me teaching those subjects. You want me to teach what I'm good at and what I love, and we'll have a lot of additional training and a master's degree. Gina's taken out, my colleague, my union leader, she has been again taken out of her art classes to teach special ed. This is the second time her students have been deprived of her skills, and I just loved your speech so much. Thank you very much for coming. So great artist, great teacher, statewide award winner, national certified teacher, long program, wonderful. You probably all know that about 2 years ago she was suspended due to trumped up egregious accusations of assault, and her students were deprived of her instruction for quite a while. Well, she got back last year, of course, because she didn't insult anyone. But now she's targeted again. I talked with Dr. Vilches about this on Monday morning after one of my students and her father talked to me at report card pickup and said they were really upset that her teacher isn't there. And Dr. Vilches said, well, we're going to get another teacher. And I said, well, they want her and they want ceramics. And she said they got to have her for special ed. And we know that's not true because, as Ms. Szulkowski mentioned, many special education teachers have been moved to regular education classes. So not only does this harm students, it harms our whole community because it is an attack. And it's not right. Yep, time. So it ain't right. And as I said in the letter I wrote you this morning, Dr. Vilches, let's reinstate her to the art position.
Hello, I'm Jerry Skinner, a retired CPS teacher and a resident of the Steinmetz community. Since retiring in 2020, I have substitute taught at more than a dozen Northside high schools, but the school I'd most like to work at is definitely Steinmetz. Also, having served 3 terms as a member of the local school council at Calvin Park, my old school, I see how Steinmetz has many things to commend it that most other schools don't. It's commendable that you have a full 14-member elected LSC to work with your administration. It's commendable that you have a full professional personnel leadership committee of 9 respected and elected educators to advise the administration. It's commendable that you have a full professional problems committee of 5 elected, respected educators and the principal to solve problems at the school. It's commendable that you have 2 such respected and award-winning veteran teachers to be your union delegates. A full LSC and PPLC as recommended by the Illinois School Code. A full PPC and union delegates as per the Board of Ed CTU contract. Not many schools have these advantages, as I know from both my teaching and LLC experience. But for the past 2 years now, since the April 2022 school elections, there has been much more conflict and hostility at Steinmetz than at any other high school I have worked at. And the only way for the conflict, the hostility to end is for there to be a partnership between the administration and these 4 elected committee or groups, the LSC, the PPLC, the PPC, and the union delegates. These groups, by law and contract, are to work with and advise the administration. And it's sad to hear some of the stories we're being told tonight, everyone, by such great educators. These elected committees and the educators on them are not adversaries to be fought, ladies and gentlemen. They are allies that the administration must work with at Steinmetz to move forward to best educate our children. Thank you.
Sharon Lynch.
Hi, my name is Sharon Lynch. I'm the current Northeast Council Vice President of the Blue and White Art Education Association.
Give me a minute. I'll put you back. Is that I was giving the 7 seconds there.
Oh,
So.
okay. I'm gonna play your 7 seconds.
Okay, go ahead.
My name is Sharon Lynch. I'm the current Northeast Council Vice President of the Illinois Art Education Association, overseeing Cook, Lake, DuPage, and Will counties. I'm also a 17-year veteran CPS visual arts educator. I speak tonight about the recent impact of the well-recognized ceramics program. It's disheartening that students at Steinmetz are no longer receiving ceramics instruction. Ceramics programs are very few in CPS, due to the need for special facilities, the various supplies, and expert training of instructors. It's even more rare to see this type of program at a neighborhood school. It's one of two. This is a program that should be advertised to students applying for those CPS, as you have something on a level of private and selective enrollment schools. Neighborhood schools like SEN have found their niche as a well-respected art school, and they advertise those programs throughout the city. Ceramics aligns with your IB and STEAM program. Why is this program being closed and not promoted to increase student enrollment? It's hard to believe that a program is being closed due to a lack of interest. I spoke with the suburban high school superintendent, and their most requested courses in the arts year after year are ceramics. Losing this program harms students by taking away an elite opportunity and a chance, if advertised correctly, for potential growth in your school. As your school sits surrounded by charter schools, you have a program that sets you above local schools, led by an Illinois high school art educator of the year. Ms. Gina Szulkowski has provided stellar professional development with the Illinois Art Ed Association, both locally and at the state conferences in ceramics. She's a go-to contact for countless CPS arts educators on ceramics lessons, help with ordering supplies, and general questions. Ms. Szulkowski's phenomenal lessons are used in my classroom year after year with fantastic feedback from my students. I've never had access to a film in the 4 schools I've taught at. I urge you to reconsider the full impacts of this
Public participation.
You got 2 more minutes.
Okay.
You got one.
Amaya.
You got one for 2 minutes, and we got 47 seconds for another person.
Amaya.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Amaya. I'm currently the University Program Coordinator here at Steinmetz, and just to thank Dr. Bilges on behalf of the community. They are very happy for what you have done here in allowing us to bring all these programs to the school. So I just wanted to thank you, and we really appreciate what you're doing for the school.
And our last public participation, Mercedes Aguirre.
Buenas noches, mi nombre es Mercedes Aguirre y parece que la última presentación será en español. Es un gusto estar aquí, decir que soy madre orgullosa de una estudiante recién graduada de Steinmetz, decirle que mi experiencia con la doctora Vilcher ha sido muy gratificante, ya que durante el proceso que he experimentado en la escuela vi cambios significativos de crecimiento, de mejor oportunidades para mi hija, con un espacio donde ella pudo desarrollar todas sus habilidades y potencial y lograr una beca. Para mí ha sido gratificante compartir con la doctora la experiencia del Summer Institute y ver cómo ella como directora ha podido brindar una imagen de la escuela como una persona cualificada, calificada y con un desempeño sobresaliente a nivel de dirección. Por eso creo que el trabajo que ella ha desempeñado para mí es profesional y gratificante como miembro de la comunidad, y haber sido pues parent ambassador es un orgullo para mí que ella como mujer, como latina, siga representándonos en esta escuela. Gracias.
You could get one more because the 130 seconds that we have from her, the other makes up the 2 minutes.
Esther Martinez.
Gracias. Gracias por el tiempo por hablar. Mi nombre es Esther Martinez. Soy una organizadora de inmigración y vivienda con Norwest Center. También soy un miembro de la comunidad. También soy un partner, un miembro de otro partner de la comunidad de las damas de Belmont Gray. Y estoy aquí para agradecer el apoyo de la doctora Vilches de abrir sus puertas de Steinmetz High School para los padres y para la comunidad, para albergar nuevos programas y nuevos eventos que han hecho que las familias del vecindario pueden familiarizarse con el servicio que se ofrece en la escuela, y también por ser una persona accesible, y he notado la diferencia del cambio de la nueva administración y cómo esto ha facilitado que podemos trabajar juntos para ofrecer mejores recursos y oportunidades a los estudiantes y a los padres de Steinmetz High School. También agradezco que bajo el nuevo leadership hemos podido tener la oportunidad de desarrollar nuevos programas que han traído nuevos papás a conocer y a involucrarse más en la escuela y en la comunidad. y que ha hecho crecer y cambiar también de cierta manera cómo la comunidad se ha involucrado en esta escuela, ¿verdad? Cómo participa. Recientemente el evento del Trick or Treat es uno de los que ha albergado esta escuela y que ha brindado una oportunidad de crecer y construir una comunidad aquí en Steinmetz, y que pueden nosotros trabajar no solamente a la escuela, sino también voluntarios y miembros de la comunidad siendo parte de un equipo. Agradezco que los maestros han tomado el tiempo de venir hoy a dar sus preocupaciones, porque este es un momento donde podemos trabajar juntos para encontrar soluciones y los fondos que la escuela necesita para tener los servicios que necesitan los estudiantes, que es muy importante. Muchas gracias por su tiempo.
The next item in the agenda is the local school council chair report. She's not here, so we don't have a report.
I have just a quick question. My name is Nelda. I'm from State Senator Omar Aquino's office. I just want to know if I can speak and say, because everybody from the community had an opportunity, so somebody from the state, if possible, if you can make an exception. I have a statement prepared already. I'll keep it to the statement, I promise.
You could present it. We have a lot of teachers that also would like to speak. With all respect, you needed to sign up. If I make an exception of that, I have to let everyone else speak and read every letter that I've received. So unfortunately, I will not allow you to speak.
Okay, so was it the sign up on the sheet?
Yep.
Yes.
And we have 14 minutes and it's 2 minutes per person, and we just went over. Yep. So I'm super glad to see the senator here today, but maybe you could come next month and we could share his
So,
statement.
so if you have it and we could get copies, that is fine.
Absolutely.
I do apologize about that. But we
No,
could
I
have.
understand. I just feel like everybody's a community member and I'm just from the state. I'm also an alumni here.
Yeah.
So I would like to say, I would only.
If you would have
stick to
signed
this.
up and you would have
I
had
did sign
that
up.
time,
I
and
did.
unfortunately, we ran out of time.
Okay.
Thank you. So we go into the